Hi, and welcome to the Rasha and Vanna channel.
Hi guys. This is our first official show, right?
And what are we going to be talking about?
How two lesbians got pregnant.
Yes.
Well, one of them got pregnant, but we got pregnant together.
A lot of people have asked us how we did it, and so we want to explain our process and what we did. Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I get emails or messages or phone calls or texts, and a lot of times from people that we know, but a lot of times from people that we barely know. So we figured we're open books, we may as well tell everybody how to do it. Well, I have to preface it with the fact that I did not dream. I thought like one day I'd have kids, but I didn't actually realize that I was going to be a baby mama until I met her. I saw her and I'm like, oh my God, I have to have your baby. I said that like the first weekend we were together.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you think that would have scared me away, but I'm still here.
Whatever. You totally wanted me to have your baby. We got married in 2010.
Yes.
And she literally knocked me up 4 months later, I think.
Yeah, if you want to put it that way, yeah.
Well, you did. You knocked me up. She did.
This is what happens.
So our process was we went through a sperm bank and we picked an anonymous donor for us. They matched the donor's face with my pictures. We didn't get to see the pictures, of course, but they matched it. And
scale of 1 to 10, they matched the donor's photo to Vanna's photo at a 9.5.
yes,
Meaning the donor and Vanna looked
a lot alike.
almost identical.
Yeah, so almost identical. I don't think that's possible, but
According to the sperm bank.
But as you'll see pictures and videos of our daughter, she looks just like her. So it doesn't really matter, I guess. Yeah.
But that was the most expensive part of the process.
Is the sperm.
For us, yeah. And we, we picked an anonymous donor on purpose. And that's what we chose. A lot of people choose friends or choose relatives. But we picked an anonymous donor because we are our daughter's two parents. I'm mommy, she's mama. And that's all that our daughter has and all she's ever known. And we're honest with her about the process. But we're
very age appropriate whenever she asks questions.
It's a magic potion.
Yes, right now. She's only going to be 4, so.
Yeah, and we got to see all the medical history of the donor,
Yes.
and just coincidentally, he happened to be born the same year and have the same blood type as Vanna. Because I actually ended up carrying our daughter, and we made that decision. Well, it was easy to.
It was easy. I can't carry, so.
Yeah. She had a hysterectomy.
Yeah.
And didn't really have the desire to have a baby in her belly, and I wanted her baby in my belly, so.
This is what happens.
So that's what we did. And we went to
A naturopath.
a naturopath.
Yeah. So it was actually very nice because it didn't feel like it just didn't feel like a doctor's office when we went in. So it was really nice because it was more relaxing than anything else. It wasn't stressful at all to go in there.
Mm-mm.
They had really nice music and we went and picked it up at the sperm bank in a tank and
When I was ovulating.
Yeah, drove it to the naturopath that we used, and from there I got to warm up the vial in my little hands.
This tiny little vial.
A tiny little vial for the
In this big, huge tank.
and I got to warm up the vial in my hand and to keep it warm.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it was time, the naturopath actually put it in the syringe, got everything ready, and as soon as she inserted it, she called me over and asked me if I wanted to actually push the syringe in, and I was ecstatic. I wanted to do it, and it was a great experience. I loved to actually push it in, so it was also very, very cool.
And then the process. And leading up to it. I just done the ovulation kit. I think I was peeing on a stick for a few weeks. And then I finally got the happy face and we called our naturopath and she's like, okay, well, I got the happy face at like 11 in the morning, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. Because I checked in the morning at like 6 in the morning when I woke up and I wasn't ovulating, but then I was ovulating at like 11. And then she had us come in like at 7 o'clock that night.
Yeah, and it was on a Friday.
Yeah, and we were really lucky because it was a holiday weekend to be able to pick up the sperm and then go to the office. And then she literally knocked me up. And immediately afterwards, part of our naturopath's shtick, or part of her process, I should say. Unless it's not shtick, she's
No.
a doctor. It was my first time having acupuncture. So that was a very, very crazy experience because I'd never had it before. And the Nana got to stay in the room with me and hold my hand, like after our doctor had put all the needles in. We were there for like 20 minutes.
20 minutes, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah.
We went home and relaxed, and she put
And
her
I knew I
legs
was
up
pregnant the second that it happened.
That's what she says,
No, I felt it. I felt it. Didn't I say it was like my right side or something? Like,
well, that whole weekend, it was funny because that happened on a Friday night, and that whole weekend she was laying there, with her legs up and on the couch, and she kept telling me, she goes, I know I'm pregnant, and I'm thinking, oh my God, she's going crazy.
This is our very first try. I don't know if we said that.
That was our
very
first try.
And I've never been pregnant before, and prior to my wife, I'd been with men, and I had no idea what being pregnant felt like, but I felt it. I felt it.
And I thought she was going nuts. So
I know
we waited and waited and waited.
And you said that I was going nuts when we were driving home. She said that she felt something on her right side too.
It was a little weird.
It was like sympathy,
tinge,
sympathy, pain.
I don't know, something.
Yeah, I'm like, see, and I mean, we found out like, when did we take the test? Like 10 days later. I mean, but I'd been like tracking all of my, my symptoms, which were very similar to what it's like prior to getting your period, and sure enough,
those 10 days took a long time.
They did. They were like the longest time ever.
And then when we finally tested, the line was very, very faint,
like an eyelash.
So we weren't even sure. So it was it was like, are we pregnant? Are we not pregnant? Because it was so faint. I mean, you can barely see it.
This is what happens.
But we were pregnant.
Mm-hmm. I know. And I called, we called all of our family, and I called my best friend Tammy.
Yeah, almost 4 years later,
we have a beautiful baby girl. And I had a very, 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 very complicated pregnancy. I was incredibly sick and got preeclampsia and hypertension, and I was
in and out of the hospital a lot.
Mm-hmm. And our daughter was born a month early, but
healthy,
totally healthy. 5 pounds 9 ounces. Yep, like 1 ounce going over to the NICU, and she's the light of our lives now. Yeah. She drives us crazy in really good ways. And we did leave out something.
What did we leave out?
What we did prior to going to the doctor's office.
Oh, okay. So, reading a lot of stuff and talking to different people and stuff, they do suggest that you have sex prior to insemination.
To get your body ready.
Yes, to get your body ready. Mm-hmm. And we did. So that's what we did before going to the naturopath. We did
40 minutes before.
And I think, I don't know.
It might have helped.
Yeah.
It might have helped. I mean, I think that and the acupuncture, and I mean, we're very, 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 very lucky to get pregnant with frozen sperm.
Yeah.
And on the first try, I know a lot of couples, straight and gay and everywhere in between that have struggled and tried for years, and even naturally. So I mean, I know that the universe was looking out for us. But
so anyway, so if you have any questions at all about the process, what you could do, and so forth, how we did it, we're more than happy to answer you.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've shared pretty much everything, and I think from start to finish for us, I know a lot of people ask about the cost. The most expensive thing was the sperm, and I think it was like $550 for one tiny little itty bitty vial, and I think they guaranteed like 12 million sperm in it, and ours had like 24 million or something like that. And I mean, of course, the naturopath was the other expensive cost, but it was less than the sperm for the 2 visits I think we had. And I ended up seeing her throughout the pregnancy, and she helped me with a lot of vitamins when I was sick. I mean, like B12 shots and all that kind of stuff. But I think overall it was like, I think I counted it from the beginning to the end, including the ovulation kit and the pregnancy test, vitamins, and it was a little over $1,000. And of course that was in Portland, Oregon. But I know a lot of people that struggle with it and go through all different kinds of methods, but that's what we did. And we did have to also, as soon as I was pregnant, we hired an attorney.
Oh yeah.
And because luckily in the state of Oregon, at least at that time, I was pregnant in...
We were domestic partners at that time.
Right. We weren't legally married yet, even though in our hearts we were. I mean, we got married in Washington State before it was legal, and Canada. But yeah, we were domestic partners in Oregon. And so we had to hire an attorney, and immediately on the birth certificate, they listed myself as parent and Vanna as a parent. And they have what they call second parent adoption. So Vanna had to adopt her own child. So, but
it's okay.
Yeah, it was worth every penny.
Yeah, definitely. It's to protect each other. And so forth. So.
No matter what, we're both our daughter's moms.
Yeah. And in case we go anywhere that doesn't see us as married, we won't have a problem. So
they were protected, both of us. And Leilani's protected. So
right.
So if you have any other questions on how to get pregnant,
let us know.
Yeah.
And don't forget, subscribe.
Is that where it is?
Down below. Boom, 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 boom. Subscribe. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Oh, wait. Be brave.
Be authentic.
Be you.
Bye.
Bye.